Hello everybody. Today I'm going to make a video that maybe I'm a little nervous about making, mainly because I want to make sure I get everything in. Anyway, this video has to do with the importance of the Second Amendment, perhaps not the way that a lot of people talk about the Second Amendment, but I want to give you a little bit of my interpretation of it. This video was inspired by a video I saw recently that was made by Colion Noir, who you ought to watch if you have any interest in firearms and specifically defense of the Second Amendment. And I'll put a link to the specific video that inspired me to make this video. But anyway, a lot of people say that the Second Amendment is our God-given right. You might just think of it as a natural right that we have. A lot of people think of it that way. And his video sort of helped me to understand exactly what that meant. Okay. Now, I'm not going to really dig into all the words of the Second Amendment. I'm not going to be talking about militias and all that sort of thing. But I want to explain how the Second Amendment actually does protect us. And the thing of it is, the Second Amendment does not give us the right to self-defense. It actually enshrines that natural right, or that God-given right that we already have. Okay, it doesn't. We already have the right to self-defense. We naturally are going to defend ourselves, and I'm going to give you a few examples in just a minute. But I mean, what the Second Amendment is talking about is sort of the highest level of self-defense. You know, using a firearm. Okay. And really, nobody should be arguing against the Second Amendment. You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you do, because it protects you. It protects everybody. So I want to go over a few scenarios in regards to self-defense, and I want you to think about what you would do in these situations. So here's scenario one. You're walking down the street, some guy comes up to you and he says to you, "Give me your phone and your wallet." Okay, so what do? That's all. He doesn't produce a weapon. He doesn't make any aggressive motion toward you. He just says, very matter of fact, "Give me your phone and your wallet." So what do? What's your response to that? Well, you really have two responses to all the scenarios that I'm about to give you. Okay, either you're going to comply or you're going to defend yourself. That's really all there is to it. This video is not about how to defend yourself. I should point that out as well. Nothing that I say is any advice as to what I think you should do. But I'm just asking you to think about some things. So if somebody says that to you, what do? Well, I would probably just leave. I'd probably just walk away, or I might say no and then walk away. Well, if you do that, you have just defended yourself. That is a defense. Okay, you might say, well, that's not really much of it. Well, of course it's a defense. I mean, what's the alternative? To comply. You might, the person says to you, "Give me your wallet and your phone," and you say, "Okay, here you go." Well, you certainly are not defending yourself if you just go ahead and give them, if you comply in that situation. So by saying no, you have defended yourself. So let's just sort of ratchet it up a little bit. Let's say you're walking away and they kind of get in front of you and maybe even kind of push you a little bit to kind of get you back in position. I say maybe more aggressively, they say, "Give me your wallet and your phone." So what are you going to do? Okay. Well, again, there's not either you're going to comply or you're going to defend yourself. And, you might decide that you need to maybe walk a little more aggressively away. You might even want to run away, walk really fast. But, what's your other choice? Again, it's to comply. Okay. So again, if you leave the area, that's a defense. You have defended yourself. So let's keep on going with this. Scenario 3, they grab you. What do? Well, you might decide, well, I have to bring something physical into this. You know, you might physically remove them, or you might push them out of the way. And again, you have to decide what you're going to do. I'm not telling you what to do. And again, your other choice is to comply. So either you're going to defend yourself or you're going to comply. Usually you're going to defend yourself in an equal manner to which you are offended. Okay, so somebody grabs you, well, you're going to sort of grab them back or just push them out of the way. At least that's what I would do. And we'll keep on going. Scenario 4, you say no, they punch you in the face. Okay, so now we're getting into a bit of an altercation, and again, you have a choice. Are you going to comply or are you going to defend yourself? And we could keep going down the list. I wrote down a whole list of things. You know, they punch you. They have a 2x4 and they start swinging it at you. What do? Well, you're getting into aggravated assault there. So you have to decide what's the best thing for you to do. Is it time for you to comply? Is it time for you to do something else? In other words, defend yourself. What if they have a knife? What if they have a gun? What if they start swiping at you with the knife? Or what if they fire the gun at you? You know, we can take it all the way to that highest level. And it doesn't matter whether we're talking about scenario 1 where the person just said, give me your wallet and your phone, or if we're talking about the highest level where they commit armed robbery, where they actually, shoot at you or swipe at you with a knife. Either way, you've defended yourself or you've complied. But here's the thing. What was your natural inclination to any of those, especially some of the earlier ones? What did you feel like you should naturally do? Chances are you chose to defend yourself. And like I said, even walking away is a defense, or saying no is a defense. Just like physically pushing them out of the way, or punching them back, or if you have to shoot somebody, if they draw a gun on you, I mean, that's why you might be carrying. Either way, you're defending yourself. Either you're defending yourself or you are complying. And that's a natural thing to do. And that's why the Second Amendment does not give you the right to self-defense. You already have that right. It's a natural part of you. You could say it's a God-given part of you. And I think that's what people mean when they say the Second Amendment is a God-given right. So the Second Amendment doesn't give you any rights to self-defense. The Second Amendment enshrines that right. The Second Amendment protects your ability to defend yourself, and that's really the key to this entire discussion, and why really nobody should be arguing about the Second Amendment. Especially some people who'd like to see it gone. I mean, that's definitely shooting yourself in the foot, like I said earlier. I mean, you're getting rid of the thing that protects you. If you have to defend yourself. Now, of course, the Second Amendment is speaking of firearms, but as you can see, defending yourself is defending yourself. Whether it's with a gun, whether it's with your fists, or whether it's with your mouth. Okay, whether you say something, whether you say no. So, I hope that this all made sense. So I see the Second Amendment as a defense to your natural ability to defend yourself. It protects, it protects your God-given right, your natural right, which you already have to defend yourself. Can't get rid of that. Anyway, I hope that made sense. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.